There was a time during slavery when Christianity was a privilege that slaves were not allowed to go to church or read the Bible. Yes, they were so considered not worthy of reading the Bible or worshiping what Abrofo worship. Na be before and say, enfata. Ubedi no kra ma ho say even kra recently na Bible started say ebu obi etumi to bi no. Endu 100 years. No, endu 50 years impo. Na a few people no mo Bible. Enu nti no mutumi corner match people. Na eya yete say so bi hu Bible ni bi kra wa hu bibi. Because no bibini ne hunte se ode ne nsa ebe so Bible no mpo no we read bi. No bibini hu mponte so no so be som dia obroni esom till so mo be ka kire yen se wudi nsuo ye kohohoro wo hu wo nsuo mu a wo be se nipa. That was what introduced baptism to obibini. Say do she nsuom ne ye hohoro wo hu a wo nso betumi aso Bible mu ni bi na wo nso watumi asum nyame a yesum ni bi na wo be hu heaven. Enumpo obibini se mempe ye force ye binum bebre ye di omo nyina di wrewrem abusia edi enti no broni be firi ni kurom na wa ba so obekire wu bibini nyame sen eye papa momianka nokre anko de bebre o bibisa wo anko de bebre firi that tetibesi nde yade ye ho all these things are questions nti me ma ubu mfukura se wo yo kristoni a they were humans than us that time no mu ye nipa echen yen obi a yense nipa no mo ka cho se wo nana osom bosom na enso so no omo se mu ndi communion mo nko bisa mo pastor sisa ase e kire sen mu di brodo eye body na mo di manu moja na mo di akai obi a wawu apame da mo ne ntam nko hwehwe mu yie me nkom deep na mo aba me so anadwi. So what happened? Eba ne say ana omutumi dis ade we de brel. Why is it that something that you don't want slaves to do, you are now sending missionaries to come and force it on us? Because no more mass slaves ni nyebi. Everybody can attest to this. Say time na omo wo soro wo Cape Coast Castle no na slaves no wase na apampamu ho e na omo claim so omo kan Bible no a forgiving God Bible na ho na omo kan omo anfa ba ko anto nkrofo na ho na bi no mu na omo to omo twene ship ebe fa first slaves ne de koy na ya twere ho Jesus. They didn't want to tell us this. So how come say suddenly omo to nipa say tuya omo ka san be boka esisi yi asole dan e ba be kire ye nyame e de important na si ye nananom they didn't have opportunity to ask questions. So won so a wo opportunity now e de na wo ye e de important na wo ye sesi e de nti na san krofo no omo de san niama we bre yen se yen de omo aba omo be kire yen onyankopon ha e ya werehosem o obibini bisa questions da e ba ne se na fe de ade a mosem yenye bi no mo aba ha mo be force na e de ahye ye kon. Well, there was a book titled How to Make a Negro a Christian. Obi abetumi ahwe bi se se de internet nti ope book bi a enya din o ebi wo ho aye ni obetu esika kakra ma enye pepa atria ne sua e be boa wo knowledge is power tituya ne sua ne be boa wo pa. Written by a guy called Joseph R. Washington Jr. O man ka say obiri ye boa ana say apia na tworoye omo nua Joseph R. Washington Jr. Ono e no tworo book yi na me pese mi bie mu kakra kyero mo a mo ya ade na mo ye nankasa mo nte ase obi so kan asem so a mo pese mo tese wiase nyina ye mo dia nti mo dia mo pe no bi ya enye untumi enforce obi wiase nya wo dia nye ona abetire obi di onfa na bra bonye me ko hela me fa maame no papa ne nana ne wabusuafo ene wo mon children emfa nko eme nko ana meko ena wahu channel we yem fixing tally weni no ho a wo bie weni na behwem force wo be click so ansa na wahwe. So move on with your life. if you see me say me miserable, me who so you pathetic. I obodanfo a sebe ogina ebola so a odi bread no bi so ti ni Range Rover mu no okọ no ohu bodani no ogina bola ni so di bread ni say oye mobo bodani ni so hu wo Range Rover ni say mobo say ka bia ebetumi abo omu na akum ai sa na me ne wasem no akwakoye nti enye ma wa na wahwe wanim na wokọ. Their own brother wrote this book and I will read a few to you. Now you bibini a wadwen ho na yi slavery no say jayo say yenya na yesan slavery ye ho a yeduru ho a etimi ate ase metoaso. I am not doing an advert for this book. Ini sada aginipo me print book in Ghana ni ebekwa akohwe abroja yi of friends obroni a oye show ono de obe advertise bibia wo so oba akohwe Bill Cousin obe advertising the books ni bibia wo so wo ka asem na we use bibi kura the example and no mo complain as if so obi no sponsor we show ma o e free o me draw wuntia na wo hwe na akwa knowledge member man instructions wa. I'm not a joker, I'm a serious person. I'm not advertising any book for you, but find one. Use your phone for a better thing and get knowledge. You should be not talk. You see, kind of books no read. Me can't just say my office member hokora. A man be ye didn't go masu. Obi ba office was you nim so obeba no. Not the entire house ni na ye crystal. Na wo crystal one bottle. Unim no bo. And I'm cause plastics na moto to be see office ho. What's your time with Maame Grace? On this platform, I'm the prettiest preacher. Prettiest preacher one. Obi abeke bi oboa na mkachro. Obi betumi ame aso na meba abeka. Now, I will tell you some of the reviews of this book, displaying why Abrofo later decided that we all should turn Christians. Now, in the book, there is a story of a slave owner called Charles Cockles Jones, who was a Presby pastor. Yes, a Presby pastor who had slaves. Are you a slave to your pastor? This is just a question. Are you a slave? So we should name a course now. We a slave and now we a day. Adia we here pe enkrofon advert or say enu nsa wo nsuohye adia we here pe nsa waware osofo wo yosofo maame a wompra unsi niama people will worship you ono a wompra ne fie o so bi be ye osofo a oba no nka ne sikasam nkire ne kunu da obekọ oni osofo na ebekọ akọ discuss o gini sofo di eche ni kunu nso osofo ne yira asem wo o meka nkire. Charles Colcock was a Presby pastor who had slaves. So as your pastor, if you were a slave to him or her, I could be some. Banisana na feka sana ba akesi na uton kobi. Yedi mu ye no na start ya brabo. Na ukun yo software na de. Come to our market ayeka. Okasa ate free heaven na drop e. Onyame aye bi o. All you need is to marry a pastor. Mami. Osofo bi wo ho ye free a omra no ombeto stimie. Na ma ehye. Yen hwe de ebeye. Charles Colcock was a slave master and a pastor. Now, in the 1800s, many slaves were rebellious. They started fighting back. Na me say before ya nwi anko echi ya. Said the ebeye bi also okun ya ma Jesus ya ma heaven what to watch obi freedom and then the liberty. So there were instances where the slaves would organize themselves and finish all the Abrofo in that village and escape. Before yes smartness no, I don't know what exactly we have eaten. Ya drop it to this level. Because cornrow now, omo papa line ni tumuno. Do you know why they were braiding cornrow? Na omo kwa e kwan no ye cornrow no na omo de draw map ni baby a omo na omo de ma ni trimi and they draw kwan no. Ti so omo escape a omo hwe konro na e wo ba ni ti so lines no na na dey aye life ni pylon we don't even understand eno no mo draw mo kwa no mo bo obi ti dey draw map no no mo dey ko ti na map eti konro no mo bo no na ye map nti omo be finish a whole village abrofo no no mo fight back, they want to come back home. Omo ana omu ni ahoto. Omo ana omu ni mu hwe, they wanted to fight back home. Wa wunim bibia knowledge ni na da wanim. What it takes. You speak their language in addition. Ubetumi ade wo ho. E de na yeti ha yeye. Ntokwa. Ye mo obi mpo enkasa. So, the slaves were fighting back and winning. But this Presby pastor had never had a problem with his slaves. I saw no better now. Him say nko Yesu ntumi nko. Waka ho. Do you know what is wrong with you? You cast a spell at us. Me anya Ghana nka minim say yetumi free super powers me ba de mani nipa kasa o. Nti bi da. Osofo no de oni ni slaves enya problem o. Besi nne. Osofo be no ne members enya problem da. Members ben na omo ne omo sofo enya problem da. Eya wo ka ne papa no mum no ne obi abenya problem ne sofo no kra ye obeko ama na sofo ni didi obi ata ono omo kokora na omo bom sam etaye kire ensam ne de minimase me bisa question a obi aso entumi nkire mase besi nne amisi he ya me ne wo e kasei. His slaves were so obedient to him and calm, while other towns had stubborn slaves who were just killing their owners and breaking free. Ono ne de was shafa omunyame asem. Enti no ma yekom no musi obi tumi di ni sika nyina akoma sofo minimobi a o hwe sofo ne 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 mba o de ka no ntumi mpomfa asem no nko hopo no akobisa mmoa. Hey, mesa ko di sofo pe asori ndi ebebie ken aneke. So, the authorities called Pastor Colcock Jones and asked him, why is it that in all of America people are having problems keeping their slaves under control, but you seems to have tamed them? Ede na wo ye na wo de tame omo ne kuro yi na wo de wo nkrofo yi. Omo de we tame omo wa ye omo logoze. Said de bibifo nim binum adane logoze ala logoze. Na omo akasa omo nim ni omo ye nti na omo brom ho we mfi nyame we ye papa we susi sei tete mire no mo ne hwan akokasa Jesus photo ne nye Jesus a. And that's our Pascal Charles Kokok o se ono de a shafa ne nkrofo ni nyame asam teacher say why make a difference to American in our friend no mu bisa no question aden ne nkrofo efe o mo nkontokwa biom with you so o mo call mu fie e de be na wo de ayom. It was then Mr. Colcock opened his secret and said that he had been allowing his slaves to read the Bible and pray to Jesus. He has made them Christians and worshippers of Jesus Christ. So they are so humbled and obedient. This is the success of the colcock experiment. So as a plan now colcock use ye ni. O say ade a media ma omunie. Mama omo so kan Bible ni bi. Mama omo so bom pa ye ma Jesus. Mama omo so esum nyame ni bi. My young Christians, until they are so tamed and calm. Fake hope. You see hope, dear me, it is like a poison to me. A me opinion. Don't worry about it. I'm not even talking about you. A me. Ne plan no kind no. Juma. Are you free or you are still a slave? Ibisao. All the religious people, are you slaves? If you don't come after me, when you come and write those things to my phone that you didn't buy for me, I will give you things to think about. And then I may come hell. And you know no echo. Ne house, it's my soul, your soul. Huh? It's my life, your life. It's my death, your death. Mr. Colcock, the experiment no ye na ye adwuma no afi America for a friend. When you post with slaves how to give them Jesus and the Bible and worship. A close case in nan or the common boom and almost so. Say, all you need is to marry a pastor or become a pastor. Be a boko amount. No stress. So it was declared, do not hide the Bible from your slaves. Nasamno nti o ma hwemra se ma momfa mo Bible ni slave you ensie enkoa no me ne wo mienu no mo momfa ensie ye biom. Teach them the gospel of Jesus Christ and they will be tamed and humbled. Ha! Is it not happening? Now, when you talk about Africa and you mention Africa, you are the devil. Talk about Jesus you don't know. You love Jesus than me, your sister, your fine sis. Charlie Bros, you know they try you. You they love Muhammad past Mama G. Oh, one yard. This is the condition. Omo de ade we be temi ye. Say ye colonize wo ko neo colonialism wo ko. Say ye ma Jesus. Enye ni mu ni yetie. Bibia dadin. Say the omo declare mamon fa Bible ni nsi omo. Or say teach them the gospel of Jesus Christ and they will be tamed and humble. The more black people were taught the gospel, the more obedient and calm they became. Colcock encouraged his fellow Abrofu who owned slaves that do not hide the Bible or the gospel or Jesus Christ from the black people. It made them lose interest in being militant and fighting back to free themselves. Teach them the gospel and they will obey you. Give them the Bible to read and they will be humbled forever. Charles Colcock. Book no chro yo. Enyame na me chro yo. We ye presby osofo. Ono and owo slaves. And ono no chro mo antidote e de be kan me obibini ahodenfo down. Esi otimfo timu a owro wo ka wafa wa beti. Baby ye wura bibifo ka wafa ye no say me I have decided to follow Jesus. I have decided. Follow who? Follow Maame Grace. Na ubenya salvation. Ubenya nkwa. Charles Colcock. Adia oyeye ede man nkrofo nie. Ose momfa we ma mo Bible no ampane ampa free samre no ede besi nde. Obibini aye kan besi nde amene wo kasei. Oni adaje a ode kokko. Waye calm obi besi cool and collected. Besi nde amene umienu kasei. Obibini enimu hwe than so fighting for Jesus. Osofu akode nwurem 2.5 years. Twa nyankopon anya members so edi nachi. He mi bisa se de na ya eba mo adwene mu saa. Mo kotda nwura num 2.5 years. Mo afa toothpick kamba. Ke nwura ni mu ndua no mo bubu bi. Na mo fa enye experiment nyamanda clinical tackle. Niama nwura etumi ye. Wentimi afa nwura ni bi anya etuo protection. Mo hwehwe Yesu anim ehu 2.5 years. Na Roman fathers no cross school no mo kono. Hey, how many years no mo de ko? Asem na edi o, me se sa poison we pa o mo de agu ye system ni mu ne de. Odwen ho antumi hu. Na ye o mo so o mo de know better. We book we nyo bibini na chiro yo. O mo a o mu nua presby sofo. Colcock special. Ye di we ma ampane apa so aboa o mo besi nne. Amene wo kase. Who is looking for a fight? Why put the feel so bibi ye nti on fight? Ya dia tum ye nim Jesus ye twen ya po ya sase ye twen heaven. He ya sam ne ye ya ebi wo wono matimi kan books ni bia na wonsunu mu pese ete. Na wa wo de akura sheki wo wuyam. Waka kire ne nkrofo no. O say munyo mo sa no mo beda hodin mo Bible no mo read. We are indeed humble forever honestly. Obibini bema ani hu sisi ne ho so aye vulnerable do this obenu aduane edi sebe ato atade ahya akoye adwuma ansa ne nsa akona no owie na ade wo ho no handler oseme kobo mpaye up till now BP eduro mpaye ntumi stop ye coronavirus by ne ho be ye din che nyame asore dan e ma mutum mo mani pa nkasa. The colcock experiment was then spread and it worked like magic. Besin dey enya magic imuni yeti. Instantly bibia ye adwuma sa experiment bibia ye calm obi eni ahode oni obibini beko wona me den dodo. Missionaries with new versions of the Bible started entering Africa to bring the good news to us. This is why, if there is no other reason at all, Abrofo did everything to push us with their gospel. They stopped coming with guns. They stopped fighting for our minerals because now we will willingly dig the mineral and send them to them. We will stay loyal and humble because we have Jesus, because we are Christians, because we read the Bible, because we are worshippers of Christ. Walu ye nofia no mi. Ye jim. Ye zibibiara ye zama hon won fanko. Ye zama hon. Yama won wiase ahene ye refa heaven. Yanso so ayenya ntaban ayedzibotu akọ. This is the condition. Obi tnase no use nyansa from Coke to China to wherever. E dey na benefit yen ebibifo. So all I'm saying is that mama yen pin ye chikakra. Ni yenso yen ye bibia yenso ye betumi cast out on religion. Why should this be a problem? The other day we had a malam here on Revelation set. Osi omoko meka no. Plane back nipa 360 net name. Ono ni plane no de call was 19 or 16. And I'm like, mu nyina mutie sika na moko meka honum. And I'm moko ye na moko ye den osi omoko bom paye. So I'm like, so ne crack ni saying those days ye ko Israel ne Kobo so su Jordan mu ne ye ba nkura sesem sabe mo fa ncha me ni jimie na ye say yakob baabi aba ko ye tu susu every year ni ye tu ye ko na ko na ko du okro osofo no no owo sika na waji mu sika na ode mu akodu Israel no ya san ka chem se mo san gigi sika na mo fa ma papa no fa nto bibi say Yesu wo ho pa gina kwa na ho baabi a ado obeba na obehwe asofo ni bi rough omunsa ye ma o na omu gi bigum ebinum ye wiki da ankasa maame ne ndwom no ebi mu ye cobra onufu wasa agigi sika na mo de ama osofo no wo ho no no wa oda peche na anapa wa begina obebo mpa ye hokura ye tumitua offering wo ho me se me mako Israel chen obia me na me ka kire we are be ka kire se wo pese we ye powerful pa chi se wo ni osofo twempra Yesu mo gyan kan wanim me pa mom de se ma ye wad na nkrofo ye me anka me tisi amano ayedin kadwuma on bedi me ko mba ma me video ba me umfa sa nyama ne mba me ha ma twon bo pepe. They brought you slavery in disguise. Na wa ye kom na wada ho no mo waja wo bibia wo mpe na o ma be fa wo mineral ni nyina akọ na o ma koye o mukuro mu yie na wote asore ho na religion no mo de bro na wote ho na wo bom paye for visa. Kachire me embassy ben no munye business wa Africa force. What na ha mo ma be fa niama no ko ade na wo hwehwe heaven kwa na wo hwehwe visa wo koye den wo ho e ho ye heaven. Say ne ya say ya dwen no e de akodu. Everyone seems to be benefiting from religion apart from Africa. What is our benefit, black people? Mabubo bisu achire wo. Everybody is benefiting from it. Obo kan be kan tro say heaven no mo pe. Nso mo nko asori nko bo mpa say heaven gate mbie no mo wura mu da. Tebia ka o me bayari o me ba school fees o visa o danyo o di enyo adwuma o enya no na mo bo no ho. What is our benefit as Africans? Ye bom pa ye chi obia wa wo abrochire bia won so koduru abrochire no wa dwen ni Christianity ni religion asesa so wa hu edi enti na nkrofo we waste sika no mo de religion ebre yenendre ya ina nkrofo test mo test me ya dan missionary na sem ni si wo South Africa no yesi we di bim okoni krom kokun baba wa na we kunu kwa missionary o na mo test me say nka me dia na me se me koka na o ma so mi mu sesi ya de me kwa nka fe na mete me ho asem mmom de no kra ni nyame ani wo ka me ho asem na wanka ni ya me ne wundi ni boko meche me nya huhu ntokwa wo wano na o de kan na I will work around it physically for you me chi weekend that Friday nyumire say Saturday police for nko aduma na ye chi so e boss se o mo apon ti Monday na masesa ewie mu ama because you don't know me. Don't come and talk about what you don't know about me in the name of Christianity and Islam religion. I rehosem Arabu fu ehwe de we o mo sesa moko America kaaba na moko tia moko twa ahunhwe sika mo de kogu kuro no mu ma nkrofo no ye de benefit ni yenya. That's the question. Today ask your pastor what Maame Grace says. There is something called the colcock experiment, which shows that Christianity benefits Abrofo greatly. Ask your pastor. Bible na mo read no China for nka ye ka Christianity omo nka ho adan omo no mo print Bible bibia bisa o pastor frane bisa na mame ai se me pa answers ombra on se maka kire mo so won pesa wo beba na won me atena revelations kra de kasa wo pesa wo be address me topic ne dia kunwa besi wo ama won ko address na ewi asim bisa wo question me bisa wo hwe chamo se me bisa question di se mo mba and ya ma mo mba comment section ho because see me tie si asore dem mo o ba comment section won na be ye guy wo ho a question na me bisa just give the answer so we know. Threat ni free me wu na me kwa heaven me kwa brunsam jema me no obusu ya panyin na ne ntoma ayese de ware besin agum no me ne be ko ka kire me ka kire o pastor sa sama me ikenie omra no be yi ano so he should tell you today what is your benefit. Bisa wo so for se papa empire maboya me be ebinu makotena sori dem wa ma fibro tayo mo yamu ma ebi matena wo mo aware atwam oda so e ko so seed aware ne mbaye awo ne mbaye ohu sense in it said there is nothing there oda so ti ho ti bisa wo pastor say Maame Grace mi bisa wo sa ade na me no mienu ye no benefit ben ene wom mame mabusua na de abagana na de edu Africa nyina. They are cashing out on us. Yet nothing from Coca-Cola, Santa Claus, Saint Nicholas, colcock. And then asefo, presby sofo, any asofo ni na asesho mo mpaboa and no mo to adwuma no so ama mo bisa sofo mame. Say what is your benefit? Maame Grace baby saw. Or you say you will humbly go to heaven. Say yes, I no mo ka kire o. That's why you slave. That's why eye akwa ti humble ho na ko heaven wate mamo ma yenhwehwe de yenso ye beye ne yenso ya kashi bibi e de aba ye hayi na wahu se de ha ekukwe no ekukwe saa sisi ekuro no madi kuro no ho ama ye ho ya maintenance bi enkoso ti bibi a ye te se yi e na esi ho ye te ho na adwire egu ye so se ekrede makram